Have you ever looked back on your life and thought, if only I had done things differently? As we grow older, the choices we make, both big and small, can either lead us toward a fulfilling, joyful life or quietly chip away at our well-being, leaving us feeling unfulfilled, lonely, or even struggling financially and physically. The reality is that some of the biggest mistakes people make in their later years don't happen overnight. They creep in gradually, often unnoticed, until the consequences are too severe to ignore. A small bad habit, a repeated oversight, or an avoided decision might seem harmless at first, but over time these seemingly minor missteps can lead to regret, hardship, and lost opportunities for happiness. In today's video, we're diving into 5 of the most common yet overlooked mistakes that can slowly destroy the quality of life in old age. Some of these might surprise you because they often go unnoticed until it's too late. But the good news is that by recognizing these patterns early, you can take proactive steps to safeguard your future, protect your happiness, and create a life filled with purpose, good health, and financial stability. This isn't just about avoiding pitfalls. It's about taking control of your later years and making sure they are as rewarding and meaningful as possible. We'll break down exactly what these 5 mistakes are, why they happen, and most importantly, how you can avoid them. So, if you want to ensure that you're not unknowingly setting yourself up for unnecessary struggles, stick with me until the end. You won't want to miss this. Let's get started. 1. Neglecting physical health. The silent downfall of aging. One of the most damaging yet easily preventable mistakes people make as they grow older is neglecting their physical health. It doesn't happen overnight, it starts subtly. Maybe you skip a morning walk one day, then choose fast food over a nutritious meal another day. Before you know it, those small decisions pile up, leading to reduced mobility, chronic fatigue, and a decline in overall well-being. Many assume that feeling weaker, moving slower, or having less energy is just a natural part of aging, but the truth is, much of this decline isn't due to age itself. It's due to inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early warning signs. Your body is always sending signals. Are you listening? Have you ever felt stiff after sitting for too long? Or noticed that your balance isn't what it used to be? That's your body warning you. The less you move, the harder it becomes to stay active. Eventually, even simple everyday tasks like climbing stairs, standing for long periods, or carrying groceries can feel overwhelming. Weak muscles lead to poor balance, and poor balance increases the risk of falls, one of the biggest dangers for seniors. A single fall can be life-changing. A broken hip, a fractured wrist, or even a bad sprain can take months to heal, leading to loss of independence and a drastic decline in quality of life. Take Greg, a 74-year-old who always considered himself fairly healthy. He slowly started skipping his daily walks, thinking it wouldn't make much of a difference. A few months later, he noticed that standing for long periods left him feeling exhausted, and his knees started aching more often. By the time he decided to get back into exercise, he had lost a significant amount of strength, and even short walks left him breathless. It took months for Greg to rebuild what he had lost, something he could have avoided if he had stayed consistent with his movement. Another common mistake is ignoring diet. Many seniors assume that because they eat less, nutrition isn't as important, but the opposite is true. As we age, our bodies require even more essential nutrients like protein to maintain muscle mass and prevent weakness, calcium and vitamin D to strengthen bones and prevent fractures, fiber to aid digestion and prevent constipation, omega-3 fatty acids to reduce inflammation and support brain health. A diet high in processed foods and low in nutrients can lead to fatigue, a weakened immune system, and chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Ignoring regular checkups. A dangerous gamble. Many people avoid doctor visits unless they feel seriously ill, but preventive checkups and screenings are critical to catching health problems early, when they're much easier to manage. Did you know? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even osteoporosis often don't have obvious symptoms in the early stages. By the time you feel something is wrong, the damage may already be done. The good news? It's never too late to start. Even small improvements in your daily routine can have massive benefits. Add 15 minutes of walking to your day. It improves circulation, strengthens muscles, and boosts energy. Incorporate strength training. Even light weights or resistance bands can prevent frailty and keep muscles strong. Swap processed foods for whole, nutrient-dense meals. Your body will thank you with increased energy and better health. Make regular health checkups a priority. Early detection saves lives. Taking care of your body isn't about fighting aging. It's about ensuring that you can continue living life to the fullest. Don't wait until mobility issues, health complications, or a sudden fall forces you to take action. Start today, and your future self will thank you. 2. Withdrawing from friends and family. A silent struggle that steals joy. One of the most devastating yet overlooked mistakes people make as they age is slowly disconnecting from their social circles. At first, it may seem like a small change. Skipping a gathering here, making fewer phone calls there, assuming that friends and family are too busy to reach out. But what starts as occasional isolation can quietly evolve into chronic loneliness, impacting both emotional well-being and physical health in ways many don't realize. Humans are wired for connection. Maintaining relationships isn't just about avoiding boredom, it's about preserving purpose, mental agility, and emotional resilience. Many seniors accept loneliness as an inevitable part of aging, but nothing could be further from the truth. Studies reveal that prolonged social isolation can be as harmful to the body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It heightens the risk of heart disease, weakens the immune system, and significantly increases the likelihood of developing cognitive decline and dementia. The brain thrives on interaction. Engaging conversations, shared laughter, and emotional bonds stimulate neural pathways, keeping the mind sharp and the spirit lifted. Take Daniela, for example. A vibrant 76-year-old, she was once deeply involved with her community and enjoyed a rich social life. But over time, she started pulling away. She convinced herself that her old friends were likely busy with their own families and that she didn't want to impose. Days turned into weeks, then months, until she found herself spending most of her time alone, her only companion the flickering glow of the television. Gradually, she noticed a shift. Her energy drained, her mood darkened, and even the hobbies she once loved felt meaningless. But everything changed when Daniela made a conscious effort to reconnect. She reached out to an old friend for coffee, joined a local book club, and began inviting her grandchildren over more often. The transformation was undeniable. Her mood lifted, her memory sharpened, and she even regained her enthusiasm for life. The simple act of social engagement reignited her sense of joy and purpose. Another common mistake is depending solely on family for companionship. While family bonds are invaluable, relying on them as the only source of social interaction can lead to disappointment. Loved ones have their own responsibilities, and expecting them to fill every social gap can sometimes leave seniors feeling overlooked. Having a diverse social network, whether through friends, neighbors, or community groups, ensures a richer, more fulfilling life and prevents feelings of abandonment when family members are unavailable. Technology, while intimidating to some, offers a powerful solution to staying connected. Many seniors hesitate to embrace digital tools, but learning to use simple resources like video calls, social media, or voice messages can bridge the gap when in-person meetings aren't possible. This isn't about keeping up with trends. It's about staying engaged in a world that's becoming increasingly digital. A little effort in learning these tools can make all the difference in maintaining meaningful relationships, no matter the distance. The good news? It's never too late to rebuild connections. Whether it's joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or even making a habit of calling a friend once a week, small steps can lead to a huge impact. You don't need an overflowing social calendar, just a few strong, meaningful relationships to keep you mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and engaged with the world around you. If you found this insight valuable, drop a 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on content designed to inform and inspire you. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content for you. Now let's move forward. 3. Resisting change, the silent barrier to growth and fulfillment. One of the most common yet harmful mistakes people make as they age is resisting change. Whether it's adapting to new technology, adjusting to lifestyle shifts, or accepting evolving social norms, many seniors dig in their heels and refuse to embrace the inevitable. This reaction is completely understandable. Change can be intimidating, especially after decades of living a certain way. The familiarity of routine feels safe, and learning something new might seem unnecessary or even overwhelming. However, refusing to adapt doesn't stop the world from moving forward. It only makes life more frustrating, isolating, and in some cases, even dangerous. Many older adults assume that technology is designed exclusively for younger generations, but in today's world, digital literacy is essential for staying connected. Whether it's sending a text, accessing online banking, or making a video call, these aren't just modern conveniences, they're fundamental skills that can improve quality of life. Seniors who resist technology often find themselves excluded from family conversations, struggling with basic tasks that could be simplified or even at greater risk for scams because they don't understand how digital systems work. Take Donaldson, for example. At 78, he was adamant that his old flip phone was good enough and saw no reason to switch to a smartphone. But as time passed, he realized he was missing out. His grandchildren communicated through group chats he couldn't access. His bank started requiring online verification for transactions, and he found himself making extra trips for errands that could have been handled from home. Eventually, he decided to give technology a chance. With some patience, he learned to text, make video calls, and even order groceries online. What started as a reluctant effort turned into something that made his daily life easier, more efficient, and more connected than ever before. But resisting change isn't just about technology. It can also manifest in clinging to outdated habits, even when safer or more effective alternatives exist. Some seniors refuse to adjust their diets despite clear health benefits, ignore modern safety measures in their homes, or dismiss updated medical advice because it contradicts what they were told decades ago. The mindset of, "This is how I've always done it," can be dangerous, especially when advancements in healthcare, nutrition, and home safety offer ways to live a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Another significant area where resistance to change creates problems is in relationships. Younger generations communicate differently, have different values, and live different lifestyles than those before them. Instead of resisting or criticizing these differences, embracing them with an open mind can strengthen family bonds rather than create distance. Many seniors find that once they stop expecting things to be the way they used to be and start engaging with the world as it is, they feel more connected, less frustrated, and more at peace. Adapting to change doesn't mean losing who you are. It means being flexible enough to keep growing and thriving. The world isn't going to slow down, and the more willing you are to learn, adjust, and evolve, the more independent and fulfilled you'll be. It's never too late to embrace new experiences, and when you do, you'll realize that change isn't something to fear. It's something that can bring new opportunities, deeper connections, and unexpected joy into your life. 4. Mismanaging finances, a costly mistake in old age. One of the most devastating mistakes people make as they grow older is failing to manage their finances wisely. Many assume that money becomes less important after retirement, especially if they've built up savings or secured a pension. However, financial mismanagement, whether through overspending, underestimating future costs, or failing to plan for emergencies, can turn what should be peaceful golden years into a period of stress, financial struggle, and even dependence on others. A common trap seniors fall into is assuming they have enough money, only to realize too late that rising medical expenses, inflation, or unexpected financial setbacks eat away at their savings faster than they anticipated. It's not just about having money, it's about making it last. Even those who were financially secure in their younger years can find themselves struggling if they don't adjust their spending habits and plan for the long term. Take Frank, for example. At 72, he felt confident in his retirement savings and enjoyed a carefree lifestyle, taking trips, buying generous gifts for his grandkids, and dining out frequently. But by the time he reached his late 70s, reality hit. His savings were depleting faster than expected, unexpected medical bills piled up, and he hadn't factored in long-term care expenses. With no choice left, he had to rely on his children for financial support, something he had always vowed to avoid. Had he taken a more measured approach to spending earlier on, he could have maintained his financial independence and enjoyed his later years without financial worry. Another critical mistake seniors make is neglecting financial planning. Many assume that once they retire, they no longer need to think about investments, budgeting, or financial adjustments. But managing money is a lifelong process, and making smart financial choices, even in later years, can mean the difference between a comfortable retirement and unnecessary hardship. Keeping track of expenses, understanding how much is needed for health care, and planning for potential long-term care costs can prevent financial distress down the road. Seniors are also prime targets for financial scams, and one of the most heartbreaking ways people lose their financial security is by trusting the wrong people. Phone scams, email fraud, and even manipulative individuals posing as financial advisors can wipe out life savings in an instant. Many seniors were raised in a time when trust was the norm, and scammers exploit this. Learning to recognize financial scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and consulting a trusted financial advisor or family member before making major financial decisions can prevent devastating losses. The key to financial security in old age isn't about being wealthy, it's about being wise. Creating a realistic budget, being mindful of unnecessary spending, and preparing for future expenses can ensure that money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make adjustments, and even small financial changes today can mean the difference between peace of mind and financial stress in the years ahead. 5. Ignoring mental growth and purpose. A hidden danger in old age. One of the most overlooked yet life-changing mistakes people make as they age is neglecting their mental growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many seniors fall into the mindset that once retirement begins, the time for learning, setting new goals, or contributing to the world is over. However, the truth is that having something meaningful to look forward to, whether it's a hobby, a passion, or a new challenge, is one of the most essential factors in maintaining mental sharpness, emotional fulfillment, and even physical health. A common misconception is that mental decline is an unavoidable part of aging. While it's true that the brain changes over time, it remains capable of learning, adapting, and forming new connections throughout life. The real danger isn't age, it's inactivity. When seniors stop engaging in mentally stimulating activities, their cognitive function declines faster. Research has shown that those who continue learning through reading, solving puzzles, or picking up new skills are significantly less likely to develop memory loss or dementia. Consider Rosaline, a 70-year-old who had always been an active and curious person. But after retiring, she found herself spending most of her days watching TV, feeling like her best years were behind her. Over time, she started forgetting things more often, lost interest in conversations, and felt disconnected from life. However, everything changed when she decided to take an art class at a local community center, something she had never done before. Within weeks, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. Her mind felt sharper, and she even made new friends in the process. Another major mistake seniors make is failing to find a reason to get up in the morning. Many spend decades working, raising families, and handling responsibilities, only to feel lost once those roles fade. Without a sense of purpose, boredom and depression can set in quickly. Having a reason to stay engaged, whether through volunteering, mentoring younger generations, gardening, or even writing a book, creates structure, motivation, and fulfillment in daily life. Some seniors avoid trying new things because they fear failure or believe it's too late to start fresh. But the reality is, age has nothing to do with learning something new. Some of the most inspiring stories come from people who launched new careers, learned new languages, or took up hobbies in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. Growth doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. It stops when you decide to stop trying. Prioritizing mental stimulation and purpose doesn't just improve mood, it impacts longevity, cognitive function, and even physical health. People who stay curious, challenge themselves, and find ways to contribute to the world around them live happier, more fulfilling lives. No matter how old you are, your mind is still capable of growth, and your life still holds meaning. The key is to keep looking forward, keep learning, and never let yourself believe that your best days are behind you. The choices you make today will directly shape the quality of your life in the years ahead. It's never too late to take control, make smarter decisions, and ensure that your later years are filled with joy, purpose, and independence. Every small step you take today can lead to a happier, healthier future. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one key takeaway from this video and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your thoughts and insights matter to us, and reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to educate, inspire, and empower you. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.